What's up, guys? It's Mungovin from BHO Gaming, and I'm showing you how to create this absolutely awesome mob trap without any spawners. The first thing you gotta do is you're gonna have to light up all the caves around you, which is a very tedious and hard job to do. So I'm using the X-ray glitch, and I have my buddy BHO Twist going around, and I'm directing him into caves around the area. You could also do this solo, which is just as effective. And then you're going to light up all the caves until you can't see a dark cave for about close to 150 to 200 blocks. Alright, so now I'm setting up the base floor for my mob spawner trap. If you see these little 3x3 pads, these are the pads that the mobs are going to be spawning on. You're going to pick a central point to where you're going to be building this. And then from each corner of that central point, like you can see I have a wood block over there, you're going to put a 3x3 pad. And then off the sides of each of those 3x3s, you're going to be putting another 3x3. And then all you do is have to simply outline it. It's much simpler than I'm making it look, but I'm trying to show you the pads as I'm building the outline. And then once you get to the endpoints, like you see just there, you want to make it an outdent, just one, and you'll see why in just a minute. Alright, as I continue to outline this, this is very compact, and it's really easy to make a whole bunch of layers for it. I'm going to be building this all the way up to sky level, and I'll explain why in just a second. Alright, so now the ground floor is done, and you're going to be seeing how the actual floors are going to be being made. So as you can see, I'm having the 3x3 pads go, and then I'm putting a slab in the middle. I put the slab there because I don't want any spiders to spawn, because as you can see, I have the one hole for them, the mobs to spawn in, and spiders will just clog it up. And if I were to make this a bigger version where I were to have spiders still clog up all your mob traps, so I prefer just putting slabs in to eliminate it. So now once you outline it, you want to have all the corners open, and you want to have your indent out one. And you're going to place water in the corners and in those long aisles. And the greatest thing about this is that you don't need any signs. Signs become really painful when working with mob traps, and this works out perfectly where you don't need any sort of signs, and you can just place water buckets and you have really good water flow. Alright, so then the first floor is done, and all you do is basically need to set up your next floor. When it comes to the corners, you don't want to have them open. I cover them up just because it allows for better mob flow, and they don't get stuck in that long aisle just because they're not a part of the spawning pads. And so all you do is basically just continue to outline this, and then you're going to add another floor. One thing you're going to want to make sure you do is, if you don't build this inside the middle or at the corner of your map, you're going to want to light up the top of your land also. I ran around with torches to make sure that everything was lit up, just because they will spawn in caves at any time of the day, but they'll also spawn on land at night. So you want to make sure you really light up your caves. Even just do a little test night where, like, after it hits night, just run around and see if you see any around the first like 150 blocks from your spawner. And then once you set up your next floor, it's very simple to continue to do this. We built this all the way up to sky level. As you can see, we have the clouds going, and this is just an overhead view so you can see the general look of it. It's very quick, and it's very basic because it's repetitive. If you were to get a couple buddies, we knocked this out in roughly an hour and a half. The building of the actual mob is not that difficult, and then the next thing you got to do is you got to filter your mobs into a certain spot. So you go into your bottom layer, and you're going to dig down 3 blocks. once you dig down 3 blocks, you're going to want to place a water block. You want to do this because if you were to have all the mobs spawn from all the way above and then fall down, it will kill them right away. And I'm trying to set this up for an XP farm in the future, because if you have them fall down to where they're almost dead and then kill them, you'll get XP extremely quick. So I had that water block, and then I dug down 2 more blocks, so it was a 3 height of the water block, and now I'm putting a sign under it and digging down roughly 22 spots. The amount you dig down, you can easily verify by either setting yourself down your mob trap and seeing how many hearts you have left, or just setting it to easy or medium and then having mobs fall down. So now that you've done that and you've dug roughly 22 down, you're going to be wanting to set up some sort of crushing mechanism, and I'm going to use 2 sticky pistons to do that. And with these sticky pistons, I'm going to be having it to where it can automatically kill them, or I can have it manually kill them so I can rank up kills on the leaderboard. And for the future, get XP. So you're going to have 2 sticky pistons facing that hallway that you just created, and then placing 2 blocks there. So I'm using just the pine wood just because I'm wanting to make it look nice. And now I have to set up the redstone to these pistons. To do that, you're going to need a couple repeaters and some redstone. I figured out that I want to put my lever over here, so I placed some redstone on the other side and direct it to the pistons. I put a redstone all the way up until the end, and then I put a repeater at the last spot. So this is all I need to do for my basic manual crush. I can put a lever on the other side, and every time I hit it, it closes, which will crush the mobs and push the items out. And when I press it again, it opens. So that's the manual one if I want to kill them and then crush them or push the items out. So that's the manual side. So now I'm going to be setting up an automatic. So I'm going to be running some redstone over, and I'm going to be creating a alternating current. I'll put an annotation because I did a tutorial on this if you cannot figure this out from the video. So this is going to be an automatic alternating. I hit 2 switches on the repeater, put a redstone torch. It'll start to alternate, as you can see there. You hit the lever, you turn it off, and you hit the lever again, and then it turns on. And as you can see, it's not working. That's because I need to add a repeater, because my redstone path is more than 15 long, and if it does, you need to add in a repeater to extend the current. So I add in a repeater, and now it's working, and as you can see, it's pumping in and out, and that would automatically keep crushing them and pushing the items out if you are looking just to gather gunpowder and all that good supplies. And it's very easy to cover up. The only thing that would really be revealed is the redstone repeater and the lever, but other than that, I think the cleanup goes fairly well. And I'm going to switch this over into hard mode because this is very easy to get up in the kills leaderboard. That was from almost just a day of roughly killing them, not even, and I got to rank 321 in a matter of hours. So even from just looking at the leaderboards, I can turn on the automatic crusher, and it just spits out the stuff, which is extremely cool, because mobs will just keep falling and their stuff will keep falling out. This is also a great way to get music discs if you were to let some mobs build up and then have a skeleton shoot some creepers, because that's how. But I'll explain that in a later video. And that's basically all you really need to do. It's super simple once you get the hang of it, and enjoy getting a whole bunch of items and supplies. Alright guys, if you found this video helpful, please give it a like and a favorite. Comment with what you want to see in the next Minecraft video. Subscribe to make sure you don't miss out on any of my Minecraft content. Go to bhlgaming.com if you're looking for guys to play Minecraft with. Be sure to check out the top video, which is a floor-by-floor time-lapse of a coliseum that we built. And the bottom video is a time-lapse of this massive black sheep that we built. Thanks.